Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Mapper Forward, friends. I'm your host, Lee Safar, and today on the podcast, hike your coffee prices right now. I know you were resisting it. I know you want to be one of the last, but the time has come and you must do it now. And I'm not talking about a little bit. I'm talking about it's time to really start considering putting your prices up. Before we get started with the episode, please, if you need help in 2022 with customer acquisition plans, with opening your small business, with doing any of the kind of decision making that's necessary to set up a supply chain, all of these kinds of things, Mapper Forward can help you with doing all of that with our consulting services. So head to mapperforward.org/testimonials if you'd like some testimonies of many of the people who have used our consulting services and see if it's a fit for you. If it is, get in touch and we would be happy to have a chat with you. So as we move into the end of 2021, it's the holiday season coming up. Your businesses are about to go crazy. People are going to be buying gifts. And then we head into 2022. If your prices are still at the prices that you've been using, let's say towards the beginning of 2021, if you haven't significantly increased your prices in 2021, this is the time to do it, because this is what I see with a lot of businesses. When we start talking to them about their financial health and what their financial statements look like, particularly their income statement, what we start to see is that most business owners aren't aware of how much money they're making on each item that they sell. And why that's important now more than ever is because inflation is driving the cost of not only your COGS up, but the cost of doing business, your operating expenses. So just a quick reminder, the COGS are the expense of what it costs to create the product. All the things in front of you, all of the things that are in the product that you can see. Now, your operating expenses are the cost of what it costs you to be a business. And you pay those expenses whether you sell one product, no products, or 1 million products. So for example, your rent. Now, you've got to sell enough products to cover the operating expenses as well as the cost of making the product. When we help businesses understand how to read a profit and loss statement or an income statement, all of the sudden the fog kind of clears, and they start to see that they don't have any insight into understanding how much they're making per product. And oftentimes what it ends up being is that they're actually losing on products when they take waste into account. And why this is dangerous now more than ever is because all of those COGS and all of those operating expenses are all going up in price. And if you don't know how to read your profit and loss statement or your or your income statement, same thing, what that means is you are not able to closely check how your costings per product, per item have been affected and influenced by inflation. Now, if you're not across that, you don't know how you've been affected by the economic shifting, the very intense economic shifting, inflation, and all the things that come with it across 2021. And that is only going to get more intense in 2022. You've got to prepare now for price increases across the next 12 to 24 months. Now, when I say increase your prices now, what that means is have an idea of how you are going to increase your prices to where it needs to be at a healthy profit margin that works for you and your customers. So we don't want you to increase your prices to the point where your customers won't pay for your product, but we want you to increase your prices to a point where you are confident that you are running a financially healthy business. That means that you're getting paid, your staff are getting paid, and your suppliers are getting paid equally. With equal amounts of comfort. And what's important with all of this is that when you sell each product, you are confident that every product that you are selling is covering its own expense, as well as covering a small profit margin. The bigger the profit margin, the better. But let's be real, we're in a hyper-competitive market across the world. Most local coffee industries are highly saturated. What we're going to see is that people who hold off on increasing their prices are going to see a rush of customers. But if you hold off on increasing your prices and you're selling at a loss for each of those products, what that rush is going to be, it ends up being a determinant factor of your demise. Why? Because every product that you're selling is at a loss, which means that it's driving you deeper and deeper and deeper into debt. So your competitors, while they may have less customers, every single product they sell is at a profit, which means that when you go out of business, all of their customers that rushed to you are going to rush back to them. So please increase your prices now. Do it knowing what your profit and loss statements are saying to you, knowing exactly what your cost breakdown analysis is for every single product. If you need help with this is the kind of consulting work that we do a lot of. So get in touch with Map It Forward and we can figure out a pricing plan that works perfectly for both of us. This is not a time to delay. This is a time where everybody is talking about how the price of coffee is going up. Bloomberg's talking about it. Financial Times are talking about it. The mainstream media is talking about it. It's a hot topic right now. Your customers are ready and they know that prices are going to go up. So put them up properly, not just 10 cents or 50 cents. Put your prices up and your customers will have to understand. Have your communication strategy ready. Make sure your staff are comfortable with the explanations. Know why you're doing it. Know that what your profit and loss statements are talking about, and you'll be golden. Peace, love, and peanut butter, friends. Have an amazing rest of your day.